Hello, everybody. It is Sunday, and that means that we're going to be running like clockwork, as we do. When we left off, of course, Shay had run off, so, we'll probably be dealing with a lot of that tonight. But before we get into it, do we have any special announcements from the cast?
Happy Pride Month!
Happy Pride Month. We are almost halfway through Pride Month, and then we'll celebrate the rest of Pride Year like we do every year. We should do every year. Happy
Every
Pride. Happy everything. Yes. We should not have any months because we should be at a point where we just celebrate everyone equally all the time. But until then, we have months. All right. Well, so just a little bit of announcements on the Carlsworth's Clockwork Circus side. We're almost done with the script. We're about 3/4 of the way done with the script for the second book, mostly working on some dialogue and stuff for the second half of the book itself. The rewards, the various rewards are coming along real nice. I think almost most of them are sitting at Tom's place. Lots of t-shirts, lots of stickers, lots of thank you, Chris. the Diversity Zodiac. In the chat, Chris said I voted for years like the Chinese Zodiac, so we would have like a Pride year and a Black year.
That's an interesting concept.
And a Black,
I'd do that, yeah.
And an Asian American year and a Women's year. I was born in the year of Pride.
I was gonna say,
that's awesome.
Does it then define your character like the Zodiac does?
We'll stop right there before we start going into all the stereotypes, because that's the only way that would work. So we're not going to do that. So yeah, t-shirts. I believe a lot of stickers came in. The patches are there. I think we opened up a box that had. I saw maps on top, so I don't know if that's just the maps. It must be all the
art.
17s. So all the art.
It's actually just a box of
Pride year.
Thanks.
Printing error, and it's really just map after map after map. It's like Dora, just in the box.
So all that remains really is to get the comic book itself, right, and then get that out to everybody. So
I'm really excited for my t-shirt.
Yeah, just need to get a couple of things back from the letterer, mainly the page, the big page that says like thank you to everybody that helped support this, and then we'll send it to print turn around domestically, because we're going to get it printed in the United States, is about a week. So once we have that, I think that'll be pretty much everything that we're sending in the mail.
The only other thing is our higher level backers are going to have to wait longer because your comic book has to take a trip to Serbia and back. So to get signed by the artist, and then it's going to head to Kansas Virginia for Danny to sign as well.
Yep, I'm moving to Virginia in the next week and days.
Woo-hoo. Nice t-shirt, Tom. Thanks for showing us.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So so everything's trucking along there. The artwork for the backers, the personalized artwork, that's almost done as well. I received the inks from Boban yesterday, and today I'll let them know if we're ready for color. And then we'll send over the art notes for the various characters, and everyone will get a chance to see that. And the people whose art it is will get a chance to blow it up into a big canvas thing and hang it on their wall if they want. Or just show it to people online and brag. So
I'm to wear mine. I'm gonna put it on a jacket. Just walk
there
around.
You go.
With my back.
There you go.
That'd look actually pretty dope. So.
Well, Roland wants to put Aegis on his, and so it's just like Aegis looking.
That's
with
very meta.
His sort of like what kind of.
I wouldn't want to put me on it. That's not exciting.
I mean, you could put Panabon on it. I mean, I feel like Panabon deserves to have their own
Why
fan
didn't I think of
club.
that?
Really,
Why didn't I think of that?
Or-
you could put Panabon writing Aegis' shield as Panabon.
We could put you as Aegis on it. See, there you go.
So exciting.
All the Aegis gear, but then your head and face.
I
Yeah.
will say, Danny, I do have an exciting announcement, a REM announcement, if I may.
Okay, go for it.
I still don't know what day this is because I'm sure someone told me and then I immediately forgot it. But we've been doing filming for the Brutal Crit Wrestling podcast thingy bob that Rem's going to be putting out. And it's super exciting, and I'm still slightly confused about it, but I'm enjoying myself a lot. So I hope everyone is as stoked on the wrestling RPG thingabob as I am, because I'm stoked. So yeah, I'm having a great time. And I was told I could actually talk about it because I was like, I don't know if I can or not, but I'm doing it. So that's very exciting. I think it's the first podcast we're doing, right, or something.
It's the first original podcast. Yeah. So, like Clockwork will be the first podcast that Rem releases, and then 1 week later will be Brutal Crit, which is the first original podcast that Rem is producing. So, we're going to do a series of short podcasts and everything, but it's due, I believe. Brutal Crit is like the first week of July, I want to say, like the 2nd or something that'll be released. So there should be news about that on social media coming pretty soon.
Oh yeah? When is like Clockwork being released?
The week before, so it should be the last week of June.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah, and it's been audio rendered, so better audio quality for just listening to Clockwork.
Yeah, got
So
some
somebody
Jarvis
voice dubbed me. That's what I just heard.
We hired actors to then redo the voices for everyone.
None of us are on it. It's
It's not us.
They also hated what we said, so it looks like an anime where our mouths are moving differently than the voices.
I was about to say, they're just like, "Hey, Penavon, what are you doing over there? Don't stab."
Sarah just had a lag, so it actually happened just now. Anyway, but she was saying that.
My hope is that we get like an Angela Anaconda style animation series out of it. So it's got like somewhat real to life, but then also the mouths are kind of strange, kind of surreal in its own way. Like I'm all
It's
for
already
it.
surreal, John.
It's a party. It's good times.
Oh my goodness! You just killed Uzenda. Whoa!
And then brought him back to life.
I didn't realize you had that much power. All right.
And the inner thought narrative too, like just sitting there.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
I just drew so much energy within myself, and I didn't even realize that I was going to destroy him like that.
Yo, I love this. We should like do this.
Am I
an anime episode?
Am I a bad person?
We can do a Dragon Ball episode, so it takes like 12 weeks to get like one location.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
here's what happened without us trying to do it.
I'm sorry, but I already Kamehameha'd someone, so we're a little late on that one.
Oh.
So, you have arrived. Okay.
Was that
enough.
Uzenda's monologue? Because
that was it. That was the full monologue. And then there was
Kamehame, hell no.
All right, let's go then, because we can sit here and banter about this all day long. Owen says bantering is hard, so it's time.
Kind of did.
All right. So we left off, of course, with Shaylun in the old ruined temple and with the rest of the group in Suslam itself, discovering that Shaylun had run off to do something based on the letter that she left, something drastic. And so they figured that they probably needed to go after her. As you read the letter, knowing where the temple is means that you don't necessarily have to track her. But
That's good because you can't really hear over Panabon screaming anyways. So there's
Oh no,
that.
it's still going on. Great.
so
I mean,
Panabon-
I was calmed, but like, I mean,
You weren't
it's
calm.
still
No,
Panabon.
you succeeded against the calming, so you are
Oh,
still sounding
Okay.
like a dolphin.
so
that's fine.
hey, what's going on?
Oh yeah. Do we need to take him with us?
Take you,
No.
take me, take you. Where are you going? Where are you going?
I give him the herbs that the witch lady had given us to calm him. I don't give the specific instructions that if you take too much it'll kill you. I leave that out. It just slipped my mind. Crazy how that happened. And say, hey, I found some herbs.
but
These are supposed to calm you down.
But
You
I'm
can smoke
okay.
it or
Okay.
eat it.
Okay, eat it. But
You should do so in your room by yourself.
Okay, I will. But what's going on right now? What are you doing?
I
Why,
get
why,
really
why is
close to
Panama?
Zivid.
Why is Panama making that noise? Did somebody break him?
I get really close to Zivid's face and I just go, the reason you're alive has left. That's all I say.
Okay.
I-
I know that was scary. You're gonna be fine. Go lock yourself in your room. Go take some special healing herbs. Okay? We'll be back in a couple hours. It's fine. No worries. You're fine.
Back in a couple hours.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine.
Okay.
It's fine. That's right.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
I calmly look down at Zivid. Mr. Zivid, we have a matter to attend to. Just spend time here. We'll be back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll just be here. Then, if you need me, just call for.
Also, if you choose to leave, that's fine too. But we'll be back later.
Just watch out for the water demons.
What?
are kind of no importance
Yeah.
now.
Well, if I'll be in my room. Bye. And he goes into his room, and who knows what happens next?
Well, we want to know.
Perhaps when you return.
I grab my pack. Because I know it's a couple hour journey and that we're gonna need water. I also suggest to the group, if Shay didn't take her camel, we might be able to make up better time if we take them.
Mhm. Sure.
So let's go grab them and skedaddle.
How much time do you think I would have time to brew a calming tea?
In the time that it would take Perunia to get the camels?
Yeah, I want to do that.
Probably.
I take Panabon with me because I don't want to leave them screaming in the tavern.
Take them out to scream in the camel.
Sure, the camels will enjoy the screaming.
It's better than everybody else at the party.
I cannot impress you enough how bad the situation is. Like, I think when I say a man with no hands and a giant tongue, like, I don't think you can visualize the terror that produces in the soul. And you're very strong, but we are very, very screwed without Shay. And also, it's Shaylun, and she left very, very upset. So also, like, I'm just saying, if Yuzenda comes back to life, I mean, this is bad. It doesn't get worse than this. I mean, It's just
I
bad.
mean,
Okay, you're a
I
dragon.
mean-
You'll be fine. I'm a gnome. Gnomes aren't fine. We're small. People like to eat us. It's not good.
it sounds like someone has an overdeveloped guilt complex. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
She does.
Camel?
She does.
that is the
Camel
biggest,
has a
the
complex.
biggest set of words I've ever heard come out of your mouth, Perunia. Have you been reading?
Not your books,
What books?
because
do
you're
I
lame. I
Okay,
don't know what they are, but I'm not reading them. So
Let's fight later.
What?
We can fight after we find Shaylun. we can fight after we find Shaylun.
we're walking right now to the camels. We are getting the camels. We are moving and walking. Don't worry.
Okay.
Also, I'm trying to
Yes.
make sure the faster we get on the camel, hopefully that makes Panabon stop screaming. So that would be
All right.
great.
As they leave the room, I stand up out of my chair in the tavern and I look at everybody in the room and I, pardon us. And then I push my chair in, and as I'm walking away, pardon us. And then go to my room to gather my things and make that tea.
Okay. As you head over to the camel pen, as it were, the large area where the camels stay, you notice several members of the caravan just kind of hanging out. There's a couple of guards. There's just several folks there. You do notice Ogelia and twins are there. They're kind of looking over at Panabon as Panabon is animated and squealing.
Off to do some more sightseeing. I looked to see if the Lampira is in the pen, which was Shaylun's camel.
Lampira is in the pen.
Okay, so that's a good sign. Panabon will be able to catch up with her faster since she didn't take a camel.
We're still gonna have to go. We're still gonna have to go back to the place. Like that's not.
Okay, yes. And also, Panabon, this also means you need to ride the camel by yourself.
Like, that's
It does, yeah.
the camel is the least of our problems. Like I cannot express to you. Like
Yes,
I cannot
yes.
express to you this
Can
level
you express
of.
it while you get on the camel? And we'll continue to express it as we leave with the camels.
Okay, all right. This is. I was just gonna walk into the desert, but this seems like a better idea.
It does,
So-
it does, yeah. I also fill up
Okay.
all of our water canteens over there. Yeah, I imagine they've got pits for that.
Okay. All right. So you find the various camels and head back over to the inn proper.
I leave Panabon outside with the camels, and I say, Aegis, we're ready. Are you ready? Aegis, put down the tea. Aegis.
I'm outside.
Okay, I still say it, even though you're not holding the tea, because that's how I feel about your tea.
He's just outside sipping the tea as you like run in looking for him.
I feel attacked for no reason.
Okay, you just said her vocabulary sucks, so
He didn't say it was true. He just says that's how he feels. All right. So with that, you all hop on the camels and start heading out towards the temple. Meanwhile, the face of Uzenda is still horribly burned and scarred with just striations that show the electricity traveled across his skin and then burnt his flesh outward in a just like the fractals of lightning and electricity. Just looking at you, the eyes are open. They're like, it's like they're covered with cataracts almost. And he says, well,
So he had just said, "What have you done?" And then he just questions, "Well."
well, I imagine that Shaylun's probably staring at him for a few moments.
Yeah. So You're alive. All right. Let me do some try.
No, I am not.
But you're speaking, and we're gonna get you healed, and
Yes,
you'll get your
I am
eyeballs back,
speaking.
and yeah. So I'm gonna get you back on your feet. Just let me and she starts rifling through her book to try to find like some healing notes and stuff like that, because she was like so busy thinking about bringing someone back to life that like healing that person wasn't really a thing. So gonna try that. Gonna work on that a little bit. So starts reading from the book, starts thinking about what she's seen Aegis do, and then go right on Meep away, heal him. She'll squeeze her eyes tight and start summoning that, like, think about that yellow, bright, hopeful, good life energy from the pictures, and push it from her hands and onto Yuzinda.
You just kind of push him, and he just kind of rolls a little bit, and then the head just kind of swings back.
Sorry, I'll heal you gentler. I'm leap away anytime now.
The eyes just stare, unblinking.
Are you in pain? Does this? I'm trying to fix it as much as possible.
The dead feel no pain.
All right. What do you mean you're dead?
You killed me, and I died.
But I brought you back. You're here and you're talking, and it's all right. We're gonna make you better. I'm really sorry. I got scared, and you were sneaking up on us and doing shady things, and so I got scared that you were going to hurt us, and you probably would have, to be fair, but I don't kill people. So I fixed it. You're not dead.
The eyes regard you coldly.
All right, so
You feel
you're
a
not
sense
screaming in
of-
pain. That's good.
You feel a sense of anticipation.
Um, I'm she's gonna kind of look around her, make sure like nothing else is moving in the room. She's kind of confused. So you said you're dead.
I did, and I am. And the head rolls back and the eyes close. And then breath just, and the corpse is still again.
No. Hey, no quitting. I just got you back. No. I don't get it. She's gonna start looking at her notes and be like, never seen. Aegis never brought someone back for like 5 minutes, and wake up. We're gonna get you back to town. You'll be fine. Hey.
Make a perception test.
Please make a perception test.
Oh, still, huh? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Where is Shayloon? There she is. Perception test. Okay, that was a success. Let me turn on my little guy here so that people can see. You, as you're sitting there, you hear a rock kind of like fall, like skitter across the floor and fall behind you, the entrance to the lower part of this temple.
I get up and have like a my chill freeze ready, like if anything's snuck up on me.
Well. You do see an individual walking quietly, slowly towards you. Another like two are coming down the stairs. What have we here?
Hi, who are you?
Not an important question. Who are you?
Not an important question.
Oh, but it is. You talking to that corpse?
I'm you didn't answer my questions. I'm not answering yours.
Fair enough. And with that, the now third person that comes down, so there's four of them. Three of them spread out, and then they start to encircle and move towards you.
Nope. You don't need to. Nope. I kind of let some of the frost from my hand kind of like rise, and maybe glow a little bit if I can, and be like, no one needs to move further. We're not going to do any surrounding of me.
Is that magic?
It's that's another question, sir, and I think we've covered that if you don't answer mine, I'm not going to answer yours.
How much do you suppose Roki will pay for magic?
Excuse me? I don't know who Roki is, but magic is free to those who
yes, free. Grab her. And with that,
shit.
three of them begin to rush forward, and I will bring up, this is the ruins near Suslam, map 3. Let me go ahead and...
We got a long rest, right? Since the last time magic was used? Besides Shay. Yeah, we got two long rests.
Even
Yeah,
Shay
we
kind of
did.
got a bit of a long rest.
Oh, right.
Also, Alex, I saw your comment in chat. Fuck you.
Stop looking at chat.
You stop looking at chat.
I mean, between that or losing, and dying, I would hope that she kills more people rather than die.
Can I just?
Well,
I can't wait to find out.
It doesn't seem like they want to kill her because they want magic. But she doesn't mind making a point and saying, no, bad dog.
Would you say there's a point on the end of a sparkly dart?
I mean, that was my first impulse.
No, because point is have points on the.
We know.
Okay.
Tom, can you please mute John?
Where's that?
All right, one.
Deep away sounds terrifying.
Lifelong smoker, huh?
So much today.
All right, one moment. Let me find these folks, these banditos, if you will.
How come like thousands of years no one's fucking found this place, and now in like 2 days there's 2 different parties coming here?
Well, the thing about places that are lost for long periods of time is that once they do get found, people just start going. So 1 second. I thought
It's
I had
like
this
in
set up.
Palace, my cousin Jerry found this really great restaurant, and then like instead didn't tell anyone about it. Just was like, I had a great meal there, and then all of a sudden the restaurant was just swamped, and you couldn't get in for like a year and a half. It's like that.
Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry, just the worst.
Can we start calling Zivit Jerry?
No.
I mean, we can. It just won't make sense to Zivit.
It wouldn't make sense to anybody.
For the sake
Also,
of
can you trust Panabon to be reliable about family members? Like, Panabon could also be Jerry. You don't know.
No. I'm going no. I'm going with no. But all right. Here's that. Here's this. Here's this, and here is this. There are 4 of them, as I said. I don't know that I expected Shayloon to end up posturing against these folks, so my bad. I should be ready for any contingency.
Should we be seeing a map?
What did you expect from me?
I don't know, that you would be despondent and that they would probably just pick you up without reaction or response or something. I mean,
No, I didn't.
Not to that extent. I'm just kidding.
I'm so confused of what's happening that like she's like, okay, I brought him back. I did this. It's working. I will get it to work.
It worked.
Something
Definitely happened.
That is definitely a statement that is true.
Whatever quote monster this was, Sarah is not aware of what it is. So, interesting. I was watching Roland like raising fingers, like, what does it mean?
If you don't get it until we're done, I'll tell you afterwards what it is.
Okay.
All right. So, let me go ahead and place these guys down. Let's see. Bandit number 20. You go here. And you there. You there. And you there. Here is the map shared.
Here we go.
Ooh.
I'll see it once it shows up on Twitch.
Yeah. If you scroll in really close to Shayloon, you can see the corpse that she's next to.
It's Fantasy Grounds.
All right. By the way, this corpse brought to you by Bernardo Hasselman, who does all of our custom tokens. Very, very nice work on the tokens themselves. I'm the one who put the little bling around Shayloon, but the actual Shayloon is Bernardo's token. I asked for the dead bodies, so the dead bodies are available on Bernardo's Patreon if you want to go and check him out, Bernardo Hasselman. The map, of course, is D and David.
Best and weirdest commercial ever for an icon maker.
Like out of context.
The corpse is available.
The corpse is available. All right.
Dean
So-
David, for all your corpse needs.
Well, that's for your map needs. Bernardo Hasselman, BF Hasselman, is for your token needs, and it's a really good price. I think it's like $20 something. It's super reasonable. And then Dean David, he'll do maps for you as well, etc.
Awesome.
So on and so forth. Yakety smackety. Let's go ahead and get some initiative going. So Shayloon is going to roll initiative. Her initiative.
And if maybe Neepaway can tell me what benefits I still have available to me, that might be helpful.
Benefits available too. You have 1, 2, 3 advantage.
Got
I'm
it.
just saying that the dice has a story to tell, and it's saying you have a nat 1.
It's saying that they're gonna go first.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So I'd like to use inspiration, please.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you shouldn't have run off from the group. I'm just saying.
Hey,
So, 9. It's a 9
Oh,
now.
wow.
It's a 9.
Now the story
Okay.
is fantasy grounds to tell.
Yes. So that is 9. Let me go ahead and bring up some of these bandits and see what their initiative's gonna be. Just a check. So that's higher than a 9. And
well, fuck.
also higher than 9s.
Are you meaning to roll in front of us?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It would take too much. Like it's already slow as it is. It would take too much time for me to like turn on and off
This
the.
is also
high
a way
check.
to shame me publicly into my behaviors.
Your dice are supposed to show up anyway. I'm just having them show up now for me when I'm controlling your character in the way that you want me to. All right. So first off is this individual is definitely sending his people after you. That is his action. He is not stepping up himself. So
Yep. Which one is the talkerer?
the one that looks different from the rest.
Gotcha.
All right. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to bandit number 10. 2, 3, 4. He thinks better of stepping on the corpse and hops back down, but now he's not in range due to difficult terrain. All right.
Is that a major dip in the floor?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where he gets. Yeah, that's he like climbed up and then he had to climb back down.
How high is it?
It's high enough that it's like knee to mid thigh.
Okay.
All right. And then this fella. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He jumps up on top of this table. They are none within range to actually do anything to you. So that makes it Shayloon's turn.
So can you please explain the layout of what's happening, like to my right and behind me? Like, is that
So
up? Is that
the table, there's a table kind of to the south of you. To the north of you is a broken floor that's broken in and down. To the west of you is Uzenda's corpse, and to the east of you is a bad guy, and to the north of you are bad guys.
okay? So if I were to go on the thing that's to the south, that is, I would have to climb up on there, right?
Or go under it.
Or go under. Okay.
It's a table.
Oh, okay. It's a legit table. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, how structurally sound it is as a table, and it's a big marble table, so you wouldn't want it to fall on you. But other than that, yeah, you can go under it.
Returning it. Turn the tables.
Um,
You have received a nat 20, apparently.
Ooh.
Hooray! Thank you, Tom. I really appreciate it.
Use that to murder one of these guys.
So, no, hey! I see the trap you put me in, Tom. Okay, so these pedestals that Rosalia was able to get up onto before, how far away from me are they?
5. Within range to Misty Step.
That's what I'm thinking. So I would like to Misty Step my butt up there.
All right.
And then I would like to Sparkle Darts. The
You cannot Misty Step and Sparkle Darts. You can only cast one spell per turn. You can cast a cantrip because they don't count as spells somehow.
Fuck. Okay. So that's what I'll do. I'm gonna coal fire. Make my coal fire for right under Leader Boy's butt, and say, you see that corpse? I did that. So you're going to want to stop.
Own it.
I'm pretending to be braver than I feel. But feelings can happen later. I'm back in fight or flight mode, and
Okie doke. So you are going to.
Also, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just blocking my camera for a second because I need my Shay sheet I left on my desk.
All right. The fire erupts under him as he tries to dodge out of the way. He does end up taking some damage. Let's see here.
Personal experience. That's not fun. Just from personal experience. I don't know if that prelude is out yet, but that's not a fun experience to have.
It's not out yet, but yeah.
All right. So that's what you do. He jumps out of the fire on his turn. Yeah! Stop standing around. Get her! And he points again. He's definitely not interested in being the one who gets close to you. For reasons, it's, hard to say. Exactly.
That's what you hire minions for.
Right. All right, let's see here. There we go. Here is. Oops. Here is where your little bonfire is sitting. He's moved out of it. He's yelling at you. He's yelling at them. It's their turn.
That gets nasty next level, huh? Your bonfire. It's 2d8 next level.
Yeah, when we hit level 5.
Yeah.
Honestly, so much becomes nastier when you hit level 5.
These guys start climbing the pillar to get to you. This guy hops on the table, pulls out a crossbow, and shoots it at you.
How original.
All right. So with that, the crossbow bolt actually manages to hit you in the leg, causing 6 points of damage and ruining your concentration on the fire.
That's okay.
All right, it is your turn.
I just hiss it at the pain in my leg and lean back against the wall. I go, I am warning you all one more time to stop. And I'm going to cast sparkle darts at 2nd level so that I can get an extra sparkle. And I'm going to hit each of them.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, you should be able to roll the damage once and it'll hit everyone.
You should be able to roll the damage once, Danny, and hit everyone. Thanks. Although you've been rolling like crap for me, so maybe I should give that to Alex.
I'm going to intentionally roll for crap for you because I want you to become a fool murderer. So you should probably not do that.
By crap,
Damn
I
it.
mean everyone dies. Yes, I roll a 4.
No,
Everyone takes 5 damage. Awesome.
I mean, they're sparkle darts. They're not that.
I mean, it all depends on how many hit points these guys have, right?
That's really good.
Ooh, that is fun.
I like
So
that.
the bandits that are climbing as they're trying to get to you need to make athletics checks to maintain their
Yeah, I
grip.
was hoping that would knock them down.
It does knock one of them down. Big money for 4 points of damage as he like just lands on his tailbone and you can hear him like like wheezing as he's trying to like get the wind that's been blasted out of his lungs.
Every time you try to become less of a murderer, you're just more of a murderer now. Like you're just this is.
Well, I'm not. I haven't murdered anyone. I'm hoping that like they're not stupid and they're like, okay, she's little and she's hurt me pretty bad. Maybe I should stop.
Leaving the process, guys.
Murder
Leaving the
them.
process.
Murder them.
The guy that's in charge yells, "What are you doing? Get up there!" Easy to
love
do
it.
when you're like standing across the way and just like
Yeah.
not
He's
the
an
one who's
anime
in
bad guy
danger.
too.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
All right. So this guy, he's going to climb up the rest of the way and he's going to make an attempt to grab your ankle. That is a grab 15 on the roll. He has grabbed your ankle. Your ankle is now in his hand, held. You are grappled.
Is it my good leg or my bad leg?
Your choice.
It'll be the bad leg.
Okay. So he grabs it. The guy that you knocked down is like slowly getting up. And he looks up again, sees that his friend's got you by the leg, and he kind of takes a step back, waiting for you to maybe fall or something. The other guy cranks the crossbow back and aims it at you and holds his action. He is going to shoot if you do any more spell casting. And he yells, "No more of that magic!" It's your turn.
Ugh, this is frustrating. I don't have fireball.
Kill them all at once.
You made me do this.
Use the heart of the cards. That always works. Use the heart of the cards.
I want to do something clever, but I'm already held, so that wouldn't help that guy. So This is so hard.
Just kill him.
Stop it. No. I'm gonna. Oh. I look at Uzinda's corpse and kind of purse my lips, and then kind of look up at the ceiling again and kind of shrug and or like resigned and be like, Neep away if this is your will, but if it's not, and then she's gonna look down and prestidigitate, like have sparks coming off of her and like kind of pick herself up like in this like threatening, like she's trying to intimidate the guy into letting her go, basically.
Okay, so you start to cast your prestidigitation.
Yep.
All right.
This is the first time I think I've used it in a really long time to not like unsoil something or make food taste better.
All right. So as you start to like, as the sparks start to appear, the guy like, and he shoots the crossbow, hitting you for 4 points of damage. So that is a Constitution saving throw on your part to see if you maintain your prestidigitation. Let's take a look at prestidigitation real quick.
I don't think it's concentration.
Yeah, it's an instant effect. It's a cantrip.
It is an instant effect. So yeah, you create the sparks and then he shoots you with the crossbow.
I'm gonna try to as the crossbow bolt hits me, and like I'm so resigned to this, but I'm determined to keep up the ruse as long as I can. I just kind of like turn the groan of the pain like into like this growl where it's like like, and keep it going so that when I open like the sparks flying off me and stuff, like that I'm trying to use it to scare this guy more. Like this teeny little creature can take this pain and like still come at you and be all scary.
Make an intimidation check.
Make an intimidation check.
Yes.
This isn't one of my greatest skills, but
It is not. Here we go.
Oh, Neepaway, thank you. I'm going to use the nat 20.
Okay, so you roll a 22 on intimidation. You are fairly intimidating at this point.
Terrifying to all who behold me. My little gnomish self.
Okay, so
It's not unsettling
as
at
the
all, by
second
way.
crossbow bolt hits you and doesn't kill you, apparently, the guy with the crossbow actually drops it and looks back at the bandit captain, who's just like brow furrowed, like the one that fell is still kind of trying to get up, but as you start to like have your sparks fly out, he's kind of slowing down on that. But the one that's got you just yanks your foot out from under you and pulls you off the ledge so that you're dangling from his arm by your leg. We'll see if he falls. Which is when you have someone grappled, you can move them.
This is intense.
And so, does he fall?
Actually, it's in a crypt.
Tom,
That was a good
handle
one,
this. Handle this.
However, he loses his grip, and the both of you fall to the ground. A 20-foot drop. Each of you takes 12 damage.
Ooh.
Shoot.
There's a sickening crack as the bandit lands on his head. Crunch, and his neck snaps.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You did that, Shay. That's your fault.
So it's not my turn yet. Okay.
He's just like there now. Just there. The bandit that was climbing up, he just hops off real quick, and you're prone, so he just kind of puts his scimitar out, and he's going to hold action. If you do anything threatening, he will make his attack. The other bandit, now that you're on the ground, moaning in pain, probably pulls out his scimitar and does the same thing. And the leader kind of starts walking up, gets about here. What does Shaylun do? You may not know the guy's dead yet. I mean, you heard the crack, but at the same time, you landed on the ground like, poof. So
I just wince, and I assume with the scimitars that I landed on my back. So, and everything kind of like, I see stars for a second, and then like the stars start to fade, and I see these scimitars pointed at me. And I see the guy kind of moving up, and I'm just gonna look back and go, shh, and then turn invisible and roll.
Okay. As you cast a turn invisible, they are going to attack you.
Disadvantage.
You're not invisible yet.
Shh.
That guy was one day from retirement too. I just think
Yeah, he's like done with the bandit life. He had like amassed his fortune. He's gonna take it home to his village where his family is waiting for him. Yeah.
You're all the fucking worst.
It like fades to a scene of him like leaving his house, like, "Bye, honey. This is my last day."
This is the last time. No,
I
don't
swear.
go. It's so dangerous. You could get killed. I know you have to provide for a family, but there's got to be a better way. No, this is the last time.
Bandit friends have a retirement party for him.
Yeah, that's not how bandits work. The bandit captain just takes all the money and his family starves.
Can we put on a sitcom that's like Friends but for bandits?
For bandits.
Yeah.
In
All right.
Caliphus.
So, yeah. So she's not grappled anymore. If I mean, you're not grappled. You're just prone.
Yeah.
That's
Which is why I'm not using my movement to get up. I'm using it to roll out of their way.
So here comes bandits that are still alive, attacking Shay. So I am going to do this though. There we go. Yeah, that should work out. Actually,
Is this supposed to be like this is gonna be like a comedy where like everyone in the room ends up dead and Shay literally like didn't touch anyone?
Right. All right, so this guy, he like tries to poke at you as you're turning invisible. The other one, however, let's see what happens here. All right. This one had disadvantage as well, but they're supposed to have advantage because you're prone. So this one actually takes the pommel of his scimitar and just bops you on the head really hard, which is enough. And so everything goes dark for Shaylun. All right, well, that's the campaign, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. So as everything does go dark, we switch back real quick to the individuals on Camelback making their way. You've wound your way through the various stones and rocky areas, rocky terrain, and eventually find yourselves at the entrance to the cavern.
Can I roll perception to see if there's any signs of someone going in?
There's all kinds of signs of people going in and out. You don't even have to roll perception for that.
Great. Okay. Well, I'm just going for it. Like,
are the bandits like did they arrive on like horse or camel or anything like that? Or are there things outside that shows that they're
You
there?
do not see anything like that.
Okay.
go.
Yeah. I mean, sword is out. You know.
You hit in. You get to a point where there's a old rope that is dangling down the side of the cavern there. Can take it down. If you're not like in a rush, then you just take the rope down easily enough. You don't have to roll.
I am in a rush. I'll roll for it.
All right.
Well.
Okay, so you make it down just fine because it's a rope. The DC is really low. All right, so you make it down. You run into the temple hurriedly, got a torch out. You run down the stairs, and you find the following situation. Oops. Don't you... I hate you. Try that again. There we go. All right, here is an Aegis, Panabon, and a Parunia.
none of us can. Oh wait, no, we do have a torch because someone was smart enough to light a torch.
I'll cast light on my hairband.
Why your headband?
Don't question what Aegis does.
No, that was Prunia asking Aegis
Oh.
why her headband.
I need my hands.
Okay. You look weird.
That doesn't even phase him.
There you go. So there's a dead Uzenda still lying there. There's a fresh corpse, it appears, over by one of the pillars.
Oh, they're not there. We missed them.
Yeah, they're not there.
Oh,
We did a weird time thing where I made everybody think that like the time is the same, but really it's like in The Witcher where it's like 50 years
Nice.
apart. Yeah.
Did
Spoilers.
they grab?
If you haven't seen season 1 of The Witcher yet, it's not spoilers anymore. It's you're dumb.
I saw it.
Can I go over close to where Uzenda was? Panabon just wants to kick them in the head,
Sure.
causing them distress. But also, do I see the spell book or anything like that? Did that get left behind? Did that get taken with Shay?
Shay's stuff, nothing of Shay's is there. There's nothing to actually indicate that she's here except there's another dead guy.
Okay.
So
That's not an indication Shay was there.
I go where I am.
It's not proof. It's only an indication. It's not a proof. Okay.
And I start to try to assess from investigating and insight what may have happened in this area. Because that guy wasn't here when we were there the last time.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a investigation check. And medicine check on the corpse if you want.
Oh, let's start with the area. So we'll do investigation first. Here we go.
So, Sarah, I have a question actually. After we're done with the investigation,
I'll burn a advantage.
bluff. Don't mind me.
Inspiration.
Yeah. I don't know how many of those I have.
You got 2 more. This one comes from Dub Dubs.
Nice.
This extra roll on one of these skills has been brought to you by Dub Dubs.
Wow. Thanks.
Thank you, Dub Dubs.
Thanks, Fantasy Grounds.
12,
Yeah. Thanks.
I love me some dub dubs.
Yes. Yes. All right. You look around. What you do find is you find that there is some blood kind of pretty much right where you're standing on the floor there, just a little bit, not too much. Not like someone bled out or anything. There's some blood on the pillar on the sides. It looks like maybe some kind of splattered down or kind of came down. And there's definitely some kind of like scuffs on the floor just to the south of the pillar, but closer to the corner. So you see that.
With a 12, do I have any indication of how many people were here before?
At least one more than the dead person.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's do the corpse now.
This individual, you see some bruising.
Oh,
that doesn't.
Want me to roll medicine?
Oh yeah, I thought you did. Oh, you would roll that. I was looking at a different roll.
You just gave it to me.
Yeah.
God, what the?
All right. So yeah, his neck is broken. He obviously fell from up there. That's you gather that plus your investigation. You can see like where he was trying to climb. You can see like scuffs on the side of the thing. And but he also has like a pretty large contusion, just kind of on his back, like in the kind of middle lower back. Just a random contusion there. Just a big old bruise.
There was definitely some sort of struggle here. Curious, there's some evidence on the top of this pillar. Panabon, would you mind going up there? Be very careful.
Sure. I'll do that. I wanted to get higher up anyways. So do I need to do athletics to get up?
No, again, there's nothing like chasing you or anything like making you do anything but carefully climb up to the top. So as you climb up to the top, you get there and you see that there is some blood up here. It looks like maybe someone got injured and was there for a few seconds, enough to like for there to be droplets of blood, but again, not that any of it has pooled up to any extent. And then it looks like something happened that caused like a spatter pattern, just like a loose, lazy arc of blood.
There's blood up here. That's what I say. There's blood up here. It's fresh.
Why would someone climb to the top of a pillar?
That's what Rosalia did during our fight.
And then jump down head first. Oh wait.
But
There
Sarah,
was at
I
least
have
one other person. Oh, go ahead.
Sarah, I have a question. Because I know we made up the homing flutes on the fly. Do they work both ways? Like if Panabon uses theirs, would they know where Shay is, or is it just a?
It's
only
literally
if Shay uses hers.
It's literally a whistle.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't know if it was like a thing where they could find each other, or if it was just I need to find Panabon.
Well, Panabon doesn't know, so if Panabon wants to blow the whistle, make at it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Panabon is going to blow their whistle because Panabon was very sure this is where Shaylun was going to be, and Shaylun is not currently here.
All right.
Yeah.
Panabon is blowing the whistle suddenly. The
Great.
cavern is filled with a high-pitched shrill. Is there a bobble in the whistle?
I'm sure.
Of course there is. Plus
Okay,
a lot
so-
of sand.
Yeah, so it's got that sound of a referee's whistle. The trill,
trilling.
that little trill in there, you know.
Well, great. Now that everyone knows we're here, Panabon. Why
Which
don't
would
we go-
include Shay.
if she's alive. Why
If
don't-
she's not, if she's not, then we
I'm
might as
sure
well
she's
just
alive.
stay in this room.
Sure, she's alive. Because there's no corpse here. They would have left it. They left the other one. So that's good news, right?
Ooh! Do they have any tattoos? Anything on them? Aegis? Anything on the dead bandit right there? Anything in their pockets? Tattoos?
You
Markings?
search the dirty pockets.
Oh, you want me to do it again?
No, I'm just asking if you do.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's this person is very dirty. They obviously haven't bathed in some time. There's not really anything of import that you find. Like their nails are cracked, their hair is unkempt. There's a no, there's not. I was gonna say there's like a little paper folded up. You open, it's like a drawing of like a big person and a small person holding hands.
Oh my God! Yes,
Crayon.
Yeah,
A retirement invitation.
but that is not the case.
Why not though?
Because I believe we've hammered this point home. Anyway, yeah. So he doesn't have anything to identify. There's definitely no tattoos of any sort. Just a dirty, poor,
No.
desperation-stricken individual.
No markings in particular. I'll stand up, and I know that she came here to make things right. So I go over to the body of Uzenda, and I want to check that out.
Okay, how are you checking that out?
So Roland knows that something happened. I kind of want to investigate to stumble upon maybe evidence of some sort of magicry. So whatever I have to roll to stumble upon that. you guide me.
Stumbling upon things is perception.
Okay.
And purposely investigating something is investigation, and that's the difference between those two.
I definitely am investigating even his surroundings, not just his body, like just
Okay.
all around and included. Can I do both investigation and medicine?
Perception?
Just knock it all
Medicine?
together.
Yeah,
Investigation and medicine.
you can roll all the rolls at the same time, yeah, if you know that you're going to roll all those rolls.
Oh,
While
okay.
Aegis is doing that, I'm gonna go stand guard because everyone knows we're here now. So near where the stairs lead down into this.
And what I just roll? Investigation. Okay. Medicine. Yeah.
Okay.
And then perception.
Okay.
Hey, those aren't bad.
You can make out that it looks like somebody, you see some various like little bits and bobs of stuff kind of behind the chair between the table and Uzenda that look like maybe spell components that have been laid out, a random assortment. Some of them are things that you might use in your prayers, but nothing. I mean, they're just kind of out. Looks like there's some order to them. Other than that, Uzenda, you do know that Panabon kicked the body as they passed, but it's Panabon, and Panabon is little, and so the amount of force behind that kick is pretty minimal. So basically,
I prefer the term lithe, not little. Thank you. Gnomes aren't little, we're compact or lithe.
Lithe does not mean little or small.
I'm aware of that.
You can be
It means
lithe
slender.
and also little. The diminutive Panabon does not kick with much force, and so that did not do what you're finding is that there's a natural way that people lie, and you are finding more and more lately that people are dying and when they fall upon the ground, they're like in a weird like body position, right? So this time you see that the head has like kind of it looks like it had turned to look kind of to the other side somehow, and then like someone like had taken the head and like wrenched it over to the side, and then kind of dropped it down.
I make that face, but
So-
Aegis doesn't. Unfazed.
So
She was definitely here. There are evidence of spell casting. You can see there are components here. Oddly, Yuzenda's head looks like it was moved.
Because I kicked it.
Something more drastic.
I could kick it again.
Will that help
Happily.
us now, Panabon?
Well, we're all kind of up the creek, as they say where I'm from, as they say in Palacoon.
They don't say that in Palacoon.
I say that in Palacoon.
and I'm a they, so
And I mutter holy long apples under my breath in Gnomish, which I could try to do. Anyways, I mutter something under my breath. Do I see crossbow bolts up here? Because I know that there were crossbow, but I don't know if they like fell off
you
or.
don't. They would still have been in Shaylun.
Ow.
You did not rip them out because you don't do that right away.
Not ideal.
I think we should search some of the other runes in this area.
Yeah.
Rooms?
Well, I mean, the runes of rooms.
Oh,
runes
runes.
of runes. I mean, both.
Runes?
Yes, and
Oh.
let's do that.
All right, what are you searching for in particular?
I think so. When we came down, there was, the entrance part. There was the cage part where we found Zibed. So I think like we ran right into the temple room because that's where we thought Shay would be. But maybe we should backtrack and look around for some tracks and trails in other places. And we have locks to help us assist for that.
Or a secret door is see if there's a second way into the room, because there might
also-
be a second way into the room.
we having encountered bandits before, is it common sense that this is definitely a bandit, or is this just
This is a bandit.
Yeah, okay.
100%. Okay.
That's enough math to like figure out that she was here and then there were bandits and then some sort of struggle happened. So
There was a firefight!
Yes.
yeah, I thought that's enough math to know that at least.
All right. So with that, we are going to take a 10-minute break and get back to where on earth is Shaylun Yoon. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. On the back end of the break, we are about to see what our friends here can figure out about what happened to Shaylun. With that, we are going to go back to the group. What's your plan?
So we learned all that stuff. We kind of, I guess I communicated to everybody that I know for sure that Shay was there. There was definitely a scuffle that took place with these bandits. That implies that it was with her. And then I guess by Perunia's suggestion, we start searching other parts of the temple, right?
Yeah, I will say I do want to thoroughly examine this room because, like, if by chance, like, Shay had hit her head or, like, got scared, she would hide into one of these crevices. So I'm going to first go and do a lap of the room before we leave this one.
Oh, also, I know that I did a Locke's impression last session, but do we actually have the usage of Locke's survival?
Sure.
All right. Well, then Mr. Locks. I won't do it again. Please search the area for tracks.
He goes off to do so.
I do a lap with Perunia, but I'm looking for secret passages in and out of the crypt.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
I know, right?
As you're
me.
looking around and walking and moving through, again, as kind of Shaylun did with her role last week, you do look up and notice that there is a large mural on the ceiling. Like the entire ceiling is made up of this large Sistine Chapel-esque mural. And as you're moving closer to the back of this temple entrance, you note that there is that it looks like a figure atop a ziggurat, just kind of like holding their arms out. There's just this, just emanating like raw power is the feeling you get from it. Let's see here.
Recalling the lavish building in the center of the oasis, does that happen to give any sort of like familiarity with that setup? 'Cause you mentioned there's water in the picture, right? Like a lake in the picture.
In the same way that like the pyramids, I feel like you saw the pyramids and it kind of made you think about like that traffic cone that you saw on the street, the other day.
Also, no. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like no, and like by a huge margin. Like, so yeah, it's definitely like whatever that is. It's something huge that makes the entirety of the oasis look pathetically small.
Interesting.
So, Panabon, you do not find any secret entrances or exits from this particular room. And you're fairly certain that there is, because there are none. You do, however, find in a little, it looks like maybe it used to be a cubby or something, some gems and coins, actually. Very
Hey.
not any denomination of coinage you're familiar with, but coins all the same.
I don't even I don't even seem happy. Like, I collect them, but I just kind of sigh as I'm collecting them. And I'm just like, okay, well, she's not here, so we should probably go. There's no other way to get in or out of the room. So I guess back upstairs if we see any footprints to know where they're going.
I love that image of you just like, oh well, I guess I gotta take these coins.
It's just one of those things where Panabon kind of looks up and sees the mural and it's like, I just wanted to steal stuff. I just wanted to steal stuff and stab people, and lately I can't seem to do either of them. And now I've lost the most important being in my universe who can literally keep me safe from the giant monsters with no hands and long tongues. It's not a very good day for Panabon. So Panabon just wants to find Shay and then not have to deal with this again. So yeah, I'll take the gems and the mysterious coins, but I'm not happy about it. So yeah.
And I take notes on the mural, so like I'm not gonna obviously try to sketch it out, but just like descriptions of what it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. All right. That's pretty much all that goes on. You take down the mural. It's the part that was not described last week is there's the front part as you enter. And this part it starts with a group of riders on horseback. They're very small. And then it's like these like god rays coming down from the heavens, and in the clouds you can see forms of vaguely human forms, but they're not fully rendered, so it's really, you can't like see facial features or whatever. The next mural is the riders are charging into that, and and it's obviously like some sort of battle where the riders are fighting these beings, and the next part of the mural is the riders standing triumphant as the beings are like all lying in ruins around them. So that's what you have, and then it goes, one of the riders like is holding up, and then there's like the roads that move out from that individual, and then you see the other like more people on those roads, that and then follows the one road eventually to that's the person who's on the ziggurat sort of thing.
Any swan imagery? You know what I mean? No.
There's no swan imagery here.
Good.
And if Perunia is like annotating this, and
Yes.
Aegis does look up, you do get a sort of Aegis does get sort of a sense of maybe danger, looking at this mural, especially closer to the front.
This is not a good place.
What gave it away?
What do I explain about the mural that I know?
You don't know anything. It's just like
Or
there's just this sense of a foreboding, if anything.
So what we see,
sarcasm. This is clearly a bad place. Yes.
Can't be any worse than Flumgesu's secret room where he's stabbing people, so we should go and find Shay. Because the longer we stick around without Shay, the closer Flumgesu gets to stabbing us. So
Okay,
onward
okay.
we go.
All right. And I guess
It just doesn't know who Flumgesu
yeah, I'm like, I
is.
don't know.
I'm guessing that we have Lox lead the way, so he can look for prints as we go.
Lox only annotates that there's no. They must have left the way that everyone comes in. Right? There's no tracks in or out, which matches what you found outside. There's tracks all over the place. So, with that, you head outside and begin making your way along the tracks. Shay.
Hi.
You wake up. It's dark. It's not pitch dark, but it's dark. The ground is hard, but not stone. Hard to kind of see. You have a little dull ache in your leg, where the one crossbow bolt really kind of, you feel like it went pretty deep, but when you reach down, it seems like it's bandaged up. Not, as you kind of look down, it's not, with what little light that's available, you can see that it's not the cleanest bandage, but it is bandaged. As you look around, you get a sense that the light is kind of ambiently coming in from above. You realize that you are in some sort of a hole, that there's rock or stone walls all around you. If you had to make a guess, you would say maybe 15, 20 feet across. Maybe more.
So a hole 15 to 20 feet across.
Yeah, that you're in.
Cool.
The walls, looking up to where the ambient light is, you'd say maybe 20 feet up. You can hear voices as well, just low voices, just people talking, maybe a little ways in the distance.
So I'm the only person in the hole.
Yes.
So I get up and I don't really want to obviously alert anyone. And I hurt. But I realize I'm in trouble and I need to get out of this hole. Like that's a good thing to do. Am I tied up? Am I like moving or free to move around the hole?
You are not currently tied up. You don't have anything on you. You have no equipment or gear. You don't have your spell components and you don't have your spell book.
Oh, I don't like that. That makes me mad. Oh, that I feel very helpless now. I think for now, then my best bet is I'm going to stay where I am and pretend I'm unconscious and just like try to figure out like the lay of the situation. Is there still just the three of them? Where's my stuff? Maybe they'll help me out of the hole, like drag me out of the hole, and then I can do a thing. But I'm just gonna, for now, pretend I'm unconscious.
That sounds good. Looks like you have received some sort of a nat 20 from
Ooh.
Duarez.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
I like the sound of Duarez as a way to pronounce it because it sounds like Juarez. So I know that has nothing to do with anything, but just thought I'd say that. Okie doke. So, with that, you wait. I'm going to go ahead and give you a perception test that will sort of indicate how much information you may or may not get while you're down here.
Okay.
Here we go. It wasn't very good. Mostly you hear people muttering and murmuring and talking about this and that. No one's really close enough for you to make out any real words. You do figure there's definitely a handful of folks, so more than just the people that brought you here.
Don't like that.
Yeah. So
definitely gonna play unconscious.
Okie dokie.
You're doing a great
maybe
job.
You know, the other thing I'm gonna do, I almost like can't believe I haven't thought of it in a while. But I've been so distracted with everything else that I think I'm gonna reach out mentally and see if I can feel Minya.
Okay. So you start to reach out and see if you can make contact with your familiar. Meanwhile, the group of you are following these footsteps this way, and as you are traveling, the wind starts to pick up a little bit, and the wind starts to pick up, and you're kind of getting to a you feel like you've gone pretty deep in. It's been a few hours of travel, and as you're moving, you suddenly step out, and it's almost like it's a ledge, and you can see out across the desert pretty far, except that maybe, well, it's hard to say. There seems to be this large yellowish red wall just in the distance, like just this massive wall. Yeah, and it just like from north to south just covers the entirety of the horizon, if you will. Above it, at the very top, you can see the blue sky above the wall, and also you just feel like the wind is blowing from that direction and kind of pushing, because now that you've stepped out kind of into the opening, you're not in the warren of various cracks and stuff within that area. You feel this air, and forward, it's not a sheer drop, but it's a very angled, like easily climbed probably, but if you did fall, you could tumble and hurt yourself or die falling down this. And it's a good 60 to 100 feet down, maybe more as you look on. But Lox indicates that from here they went north. Yes. Is that right? Yeah, north, and it's the way to go.
All right. Do we want to pull out a rope and have everybody hold on part of the rope if they feel like they're gonna fall down? How narrow is this?
It's not super narrow.
It would just be
it's not
a
like
bad
it's not
idea
like
to
you're
fall.
like, yeah, it's not like you got your only your heels are there, and like and every 5 steps there's like a chance that you're going to pitch over.
Okay.
So it's let me double check. I'm trying to get into it here. There it is. Oh wow, this thing is huge.
In which case, I assume we continue north.
Yeah. Oh no.
You're on mute, Panabon.
Stupid map. All right.
You're muted, John.
John, you're
muted.
still on mute.
That's it. Yeah, okay. So my question is the grade so steep that we're abandoning the camels or leaving somebody with the camels?
You might
Oh,
leave
good
someone with the camels, or just tie them up, or something. Or you could go with the camels. Shit. That's annoying. Yeah, or you can go with the camels. I'm going to take a second because the map is flipped the wrong way, so I'm going to fix that really quick.
So I guess I have a question.
Apologize.
Is this wall painted so it's supposed to look like it tricks someone, or does it just happen to be the color of the sand because it has sand on it? Like, is it painted like as a mirage trick, or is it like?
It's make any check you think would fit this situation.
I'm good with colors too, so it's not like I don't have like a skill in. I'll do a deception check, actually. Maybe?
No. Deception.
No.
Insight would be to like know if someone is lying to you. Perception or investigation would be to know if something is like an illusion or is fabricated to trick you.
I guess it would be an investigation, but because I have like a history with color and art, could I do investigation but like at an advantage? Something like that, or is it so far away that wouldn't be?
No, it wouldn't be with advantage. All those things would factor into the difficulty.
Okay.
Thanks, Chris.
All right.
Nope. I investigate and I'm really impressed by it. Sad.
All right. Aegis has a gold gift. Let's put that in there real quick.
So does Perunia.
Oh, and Perunia?
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay.
And Panastabby, apparently.
Aw, thank you. I can't see anything, but I appreciate that.
Hannah Stabby, I like it.
That is stabby.
All right. So everyone's got some nat 20s. That might come in useful.
Not ominous coming from the GM at all.
Nope.
No, not ominous at all. Let's go ahead and see if this replaces just by me doing it this way. We'll find out.
All right, so we have to decide what we're going to do with these camels while Danny's doing that. So are we going to leave them here, or are we going to try to bring these camels down?
Where is here? Is the thing at the edge of all the
Well,
canyon?
I mean, really, yeah. Like, I mean, like on this, I don't know. It sounds like 4 or 5 foot across thing, and we might get to a place where if they tumble, there goes our camels, which means our place on the caravan. So I'm kind of in favor for keeping them safe because that's also gonna impede our line of work if we lose the camels.
Did I hear Dan also say that someone should stay back with them?
I think
Someone
that's
could if you want.
what our options are. So are we bringing them with, or
How do the camels? This is going to be a weird question. How do the camels feel? Like, are they freaked out being on the edge? Like, do they care? Do they not care?
Okay, let's
I
go
don't
for
know
this.
that I care
The
about how they
camels.
feel.
This is how the camels feel, and this is generally how they always feel. It's
Well, so like, animals sense danger, right? So like, if they're like freaked out at the edge, and they're definitely gonna tumble, which will definitely mean that our livelihood is out, which Pandabot doesn't care about at the moment because without Shay, there's no future really for them. So it's kind of like if we leave the camels alone, we get them basically napped by bandits. Probably somebody would have to stay behind, or we have to decide if it's worth the risk taking them over this steep grade into the desert, into the desert unknown further.
He said it's not that. This is out of character. He said it isn't that treacherous, though, right, Dan?
No, not yet, but like eventually, like it might.
there are places where it could become that treacherous, I suppose.
Okay, I vote for leaving Rosalia with the camels.
That's
That is
She's gonna
logical.
be mad at me for this because she hates camels. So that's hilarious.
Not true.
out of character. But she's also not here, so
Rosalia stays with the camels.
That sounds reasonable to me.
It's fair.
all right. So grabbing a water bladder and heading down the steep grade of sand.
All right, Panabon. As you're looking at the wall and trying to discern if it may be a fake wall or a drawn-on wall, you do feel like whatever kind of wall it is a closer than it was before wall.
Oh no.
I mean,
Um,
like it's taller now.
Prunia needs to roll because Alex thinks she knows what's it
Sarah
is.
just figured this out.
hard to say.
Oh,
Hard to say.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It looks like it may be a little closer now that you're looking at it too, Perunia, but it's definitely difficult to say. It's weird. You just never seen a wall like that.
No, not on any of the caravans that Prunia's been on. She's never once seen maybe a sandstorm. That never came up.
No.
No.
And also, no one's made the universal cry for incoming sandstorm. So
Oh no. Oh.
Very rude of them.
yeah,
Can I roll an insight?
you can always roll whatever you want.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
I hate that
That's
we know and our
bad.
characters don't know. This is terrible.
It took
I guess
me a
mine
long
makes
time
sense 'cause
to
I'm not
get there. I
from
literally
here.
thought there was a wall. Like I thought it was a literal wall in the desert. Like it took me way too long to get what was actually happening. I was literally envisioning like a Looney Tunes wall with like the French guys from Monty Python and the Holy Grail atop it. Like I was not thinking sandstorm at all in my head.
Yeah, depending on how far away or close or high or tall, it looks like a sand color.
Great. Super great.
Yeah.
Since none of our characters know that though, shall we continue down the mountain?
As you continue on down
I'm going after Shay. It's going after Shay or nothing. It's
At least
0
Rosalie
to
and the
100.
camels will be fine. So there's that.
Will they though?
I don't know.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
All right.
Oh goodness.
It'll all work out, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
All right. So with that, this is a big map, so you might have to change the size. You are going south, not north. Like I said, I had to flip the map. I realized that. But here everybody goes. This is the map. You're at the north part of this map.
I can see it on Twitch. It's still loading for me on there though.
That's because I already gave it to Tom way in the beginning. So the idea is I'm supposed to give him all the maps so that he can pop them up immediately without having to wait for a load.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So there you are. And you get to your first sort of a crack or crevice. And the wind is picking up. And as you look down, you can see that there's this sort of mist or dust or something down there that is sort of getting whipped up.
So
How far down is it in this crack?
This looks like maybe a 50-foot drop to where then it angles down and goes the rest of the way. I mean, now you're at a point where it's maybe 100 feet totally all the way down. Give or take.
So it's a drop and then the incline, basically.
And then the incline, just right here. So like, and it's not a full drop either. Like if you it inclines down and then it finally kind of drops down. So,
does it look like? So there aren't any caves. It's sheer, or is
not
it...
yet. It's not. So it's not sheer, but it is a wall. So it's angled in. So you could climb it. You could climb. You could like climb around. For someone like Panabon, it doesn't seem very hard. There's lots of handholds, lots of
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if there's like a cave entrance or something, or if it's just like...
Yeah,
no,
I'm gonna
see a cave entrance.
go investigate down there. That's athletics for climbing down there.
Okay, so you're going to try and climb down. Eventually, like I said, it gets to a point where it is sheer at about 30 feet down or at about 20 feet down. It's like then almost sheer for about 30 feet. And then it's the ground again that angles down. So,
So if I get down there, I'm not like seeing any kind of hidden entrance, which is
so
really
if you
my
get to
goal
here,
Yes.
which is where you kind of climb down to and you look, you don't see anything. It's the wall.
Does Lox notice anything about the wall?
No.
Yeah? Jesus.
All right. I'm going to climb back up then and suggest that we jump over this because there does not look to be an opening here.
You suggest that you jump over. Okay, so that's one way you can do it. It is.
How long of a jump is it? Because
Each square is 5 feet.
So it's a 5-foot jump, or is that 10 feet?
No. You got to go from the top.
I'm going to look for an easier, more effortless way to get down.
Oh, am I looking at this? Am I looking at its site?
Yeah, the squares are not, I don't know, doing what they should be doing for me. I don't know how long that is.
I don't.
Yeah, I can't tell.
If you scroll in, they should show up a little better, but let me see if I can.
Out of character, I have no depth perception, so a map like this, I feel like I'm either looking at it the wrong way, like my brain is not connecting to whatever story my heart is telling me, or like...
All right, so there's where you're standing, right?
Yes.
And on the right side of the tokens, there's a wall.
It's like a 30-foot
and then
jump.
Just right of that is the top of that wall. And so you can see there's like a little bit of space as it goes up. So in front of you to the south, there's a light colored portion that goes out, and then there's a dark part. That dark part is the hole.
Okay.
The light colored portion is the angled down part from where you're standing that eventually gets to the top of where it angles down into a hole.
Okay. Well, I'm looking for Shay, not thinking about anything but that. So I guess I'm leaping, running down the wall, leaping into the. I don't really know
Hey, okay, before we do that, Panabon, I feel like actually climbing alongside the cliff face is going to be better for us, like going like up and over it versus the jump, because the jump seems like it's 30 feet, and we could probably do the side of the cliff face over the wall easier.
How long will that take, though?
I don't know. I'm going to try it. Let's find out.
Wait, are we?
Perunia tries to do that.
You're doing what?
Climbing the cliff face over the hole.
Oh, so like just kind of coming around the side here? Yeah. So you start doing that. Like I said, there's lots of handholds. You get that gets you about halfway. You just need to make another one.
All right.
To get the rest of the
go.
way. All right. And with that, it's a little bit harder because it's a little more sheer there, but you manage to get to the other side. There you are.
Okay.
So are you saying that this area where I'm standing right now is kind of like a gradual?
It's a
decline?
semi-gradual. It's about 30 feet by 15 feet. So the angle is probably like that.
And then when I get here, I drop off, or it meets the ground?
It drops off for about 20 feet, almost a little bit, and then there's ground there, and then it does the same thing. It's about that steep of an angle, down, 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 down.
But then when if I were to go here, is it the opposite? Like I can climb back up this way type of a thing?
You could-ish.
But is it sheer or is it gradual like the others?
It's the same thing. It's just very steep.
If you want to tie a rope to yourself, you can throw me the rope, and I'll hold on to the rope. And if you fall out, I'll try not to drop you.
I'm not saying anything anyway, like previous to this. So if you
I'm
can
telling
read my mind.
No, I'm telling that to Panabon. So
Okay.
Panabon, if you want to tie a rope around your waist, throw it to me. You climb around the cliff face, and if you fall, I'll catch you.
Oh no, give Aegis the rope. He's heavy. It's fine. I guess I'm gonna go on the cliff side because my brain is not working right now. So I guess I'll follow the Dragonborn because why not?
Okay. Make that athletics check.
Pretty good.
Yep. All right. That's about halfway. Make your second one, and we'll see how far you get.
Feeling like the rope was a good idea.
All right. So go ahead and give me
Fall, it'll be fine.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I can do that. Saving throw, dexterity.
Okay, you just missed that. So you do tumble down into the ground below. Like I said, it's from where you are, the slide plus the 20 feet drop.
Boy.
Ooh. You take almost as much damage as you possibly can there.
Holy.
I throw my rope down to him, holding on to the other side. Grab the rope, Panabon.
Wow.
I'm already here. I'll just keep going.
Okay, no, you have to come back up here so I can hoist you up.
Where are we going? I don't even know where we're going. So
You're going to where Perunia is on the map.
Yes, but are we trying to go down? Aren't I down?
No.
No.
You're not alone,
we were
John. I
not.
also was confused as to what direction we were actually going, so don't worry about it.
I investigated and there was nothing down there.
There's
I
no
already
cave.
went down there.
No cave.
No cave.
But aren't we ultimately trying to go
No.
down anyways? Are we
You're going south on the map, which is down on the image of the screen in front of you.
But not down the incline. That's what I thought we were doing too.
I throw the one end of the rope down to Panabon, and if you hold on, I will pull you up.
I will hold on to the rope, and I'm very bitter right now, so it's fine.
Can pull you up.
Hold
I make
on.
that gradual incline to the sand below.
Make a athletics check.
Does the 22 pull up Panabon?
Yes, sir. Finally.
Yes, it definitely does. All right, so you're down here now. You walk across.
Burp, burp, burp. And then I'll go to wherever that rope is, and then.
Oh, okay. Then you'll have to haul you up as well.
Fuck.
You
All
look
right,
down, and then suddenly there
You
I
are a lot heavier.
You are, but you do manage to get him pulled up. Make a Constitution saving throw. Make a Strength saving throw, actually.
All right,
Who?
I can do that. Yeah,
Oh, Prunia.
Yeah. I can do that.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, I can do that.
No problem. You're just getting warmed up, actually.
Yeah, woo! Love having muscles. Great.
All right. All of this time that you were dealing with this hole and pulling people up and everything, Panabon looks out, if you will, as the wind is picking up again, and the wall is really close now. Now everyone can tell. Everyone can tell it's, and also you can see the top of the wall is like a billowing, roiling cloud of dust. And then you realize that the entirety of the wall is made up of a billowing cloud of dust. And you
That
realize
looks like a wall of dust.
that it is indeed time.
I turn and face the wall and I go, no, stop it. Not the time. I'm just going to yell at the wall of dust.
Lox looks and from where Lox is on the other side, decides not to cross over with you all. And lets you know that he is going to go back to the camels with Rosalia and make sure the camels are okay, because sandstorms are going to suck for everybody, even if you're a camel in the crevices of the area. But does say, but find Jay-Loon in very dramatic fashion.
Mr. Lox, we need your tracking abilities, though.
And he can't hear you because the wind is blowing. The wind is now whipping up, and you need
Abuse
to go.
of power.
We need to find safety.
I just start yelling for Nipaway. I'm just like, hey, Nipaway, what's the deal? This is like your main
Okay.
disciple
Everyone
guy,
summoned
right?
my god more than I. Basis.
All right, I'm going to investigate for any kind of opening or cave so we can get some shelter from this.
Does the gap that we just crossed, does that look like it might provide some sort of cover on the underside?
Hard to say. You don't know. You've never been in a sandstorm.
I was down there.
They were both
Right. So the sand is there's nothing to stop the sand from blowing into that crevice and then up the chute or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Can I intimidate the sandstorm? Like if I
You
shout at
can
it,
make an intimidation roll anytime you want.
Great. I'm going to intimidate the sandstorm. Panabon is
Sure.
not thinking clearly. I cannot stress this enough.
I mean, I don't see any different in your reaction towards things normally.
The sandstorm does not appear to be intimidated.
Frustrating.
Well, then let's haul ass and try to find some sort of
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
some sort of cover.
All right. So as you are hauling your asses, if you will.
Dan, even like enough room to just fall in it and put my shield over myself type of a situation, like even that small of an opening.
Yeah,
Well, we're gonna need more than just one. But
as you get to this rock pile, you notice
Mhm.
movement ahead.
Great. I don't think we're stopping to investigate. I think we continue to.
Yeah, I thought we're
It's
panicking.
too late. Yeah.
We're tourists in a foreign land, and a thing's gonna happen that we're not aware of what it does.
Well, it's ahead. It's the direction that you're moving.
Yeah.
It's ahead?
We
Yeah,
continue.
the movement that you saw is ahead. So,
I did not praise Perunia.
all right. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So, as you get to this rocky area, it's a little bit difficult to kind of clamber over it, but you don't really have too much of an issue. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw, however, because you are trying to move over it quickly due to the approaching sandstorm. Unless you're not, and then that's okay too.
I'm pretty sure we are.
Nope. Wait. Wait.
Fantasy
what?
Grounds
There it
just
goes.
did something, and it's
Yeah, it was really weird.
something
It
just
gave me
happened.
my rolls, so try it again.
It's because it's loading a part of the map. Your roll was fine.
I don't think I made my
Your roll is good.
Dang.
It's all the
Oh,
rolls.
thank
All three
God.
rolls are there. So all of you make it without turning an ankle.
Woohoo!
No problem. And
The real me wouldn't have done that.
That would have been embarrassing. So.
all right. It looks like there's a little bit of a narrow way up ahead, but it's still like 7 or 8 feet. It's not like you're gonna go tumbling off the side. And from Aegis's vantage point, you do see something man-made up ahead. Looks like, perhaps, as this portion of the map reveals slowly. It will be slowly.
If this
When
is
I
that
say
ancient elvish,
these are like high resolution maps. They are high resolution maps. These are large images, and so what it's doing is it's loading up the part of the image that I can see, so that it loads up, and then it's got to send that information to everybody. So that's why these sometimes take a little bit of time to load up. So, but they definitely are very high resolution maps. So
There we go.
So I'm telling you, go check him out on Patreon, right there. Dun, 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 dun.
as long as it's not an ancient elvish weighing game, that
And we'll be totally fine.
can take us 3
Yes.
hours.
Yeah,
I
as
don't
long
want
as
to
it's
talk
not
about
that.
that, John. So
It did happen. It exists in recording how long that took us.
Somewhere in a past life, I think I already did that puzzle. So
So I'm just
I
gonna
feel like I would
not.
know it.
All right.
We continue on.
Continuing on.
yeah, we are continuing to use the description hauling ass.
Okay, hauling the proverbial ass. Who's in front?
Me probably.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm like not
I
the
know you
fastest anyway.
I have the longest
Oh,
legs, so makes sense.
Will this be in the middle here? Or behind Aegis? It's fine too.
I'd like everyone
I'm like
to
actually
go
slow though.
ahead
Oh.
and just make initiative checks
Oh.
as
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
with advantage.
Ooh.
As you come around this corner, Perunia, you suddenly feel this like stinging pain in your arm, as you look, you see that there's a cut just kind of scraping across as you're like catching the tail end of a crossbow bolt that has just sliced into your arm, not sticking in, but giving you a little bit of a flesh wound there.
Rude.
Of 6 hit points of damage. As you realize that up ahead, somebody has shot at you with a crossbow. Jerks. Let's see here.
I don't know where I am in the order. Otherwise, I will respond. I do yell back and say, "Ow! Crossbow, guys! There's, I don't know. Maybe we found the bandits."
Maybe you found bandits. Aegis, you're up.
Keep going forward. 5, 10, 15, 20. I think my speed's only 20, you know. It says 30 in Fantasy Grounds.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's because of your weight that you're carrying, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm slower than it says on Fantasy Grounds, what I'm saying. I'm only 20 feet.
Okay.
And then she says that I will take an action to draw my shield, but I'm still moving in that 6 seconds.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right, Petunia, you're up next.
Dash action. So see, I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna use the pointer to see how far I am. Pointer. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that didn't do it. Okay, so that dash will get me to 60. So that is what I will do.
All right, so you're trying to just get to where? In front of this guy?
Yeah, and to get my sword in his face. I can't use my sword yet, but I'll be real intimidating.
All right, so you just yell and charge.
That's mostly Prunia's line. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of all right.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy, as you're charging forward, he's like, "Ah!" and tries to load up his next crossbow bolt to shoot it at you. However, where he had advantage before because you didn't realize this attack was coming, he now has disadvantage because you are in his face. Causing him to miss as you just kind of whack the crossbow aside with one hand.
I'm very intimidating.
And then he's going to run away, which means you get to attack him.
Yay!
So
And she does.
let's this and this. You're all set.
Thank you.
Hey.
Ooh.
That's great.
Wow.
Yes.
Jesus.
You shouldn't have done that.
He
You shouldn't have
explodes.
done that. Yeah, you just
And he's like, they
swing.
were friendly, and you couldn't talk to him. Prunia's like, don't care.
just like a leg goes one way and his body hops a couple of steps and then like realizes that it's dead and falls down. So there was that. The other two are going to fire at you and then also run away. That one hits. But they appear to be rattled because they definitely aren't really digging in with these at all. Maybe this guy might, as he fires the bolt. Oh,
Jeez.
yeah. That one was good. That one jams into your shoulder and it's stuck there. But you know, you've had worse.
I have.
As both of these guys then sort of attempt to retreat back a little bit. There we go. And reveal a little more of the map here for you all. Panabon.
Hello.
What would Panabon like to do?
Panabon is just behind Aegis and Grumbling, and I don't know how. Yeah, is the sand enough that it's getting hard to see, like where we are?
It's not hard to see yet, but it's definitely starting to get there, and the wall is getting really close. You feel like maybe in the next minute or so, that wall and your wall are going to have a face-to-face.
Great. So I'm just going to stay behind Aegis because Aegis is slow moving, and that's pretty much my speed, anyways. And Perunia just sawed somebody in half, which is oddly enough makes Panabon feel better. Panabon shouts out, "Good slicing to Perunia."
Yeah. All right. Aegis, back to you.
5, 10, 15, 20. 10, 15, 20. Run and dash.
All right.
That's it.
Petunia.
All right. It looks as though this bridge is pretty rickety. So, let me get a perception on the bridge and whether or not I should attempt to cross this or whether or not I should just scale the cliffside again. So I'm pulling my perception right now.
I mean, it looks like they're using it. There's just that one part where there's quite a gap. But the ropes are still there, both the bottom and top ropes. So
Sounds like I'm using another dash action. Let's do it.
okay, are you jumping or are you going to like try to straddle across the ropes and kind of on the parts?
Jumping the empty spot.
Yeah, the big empty spot. The big. Empty spot. It's about 10 foot.
Oh, that use strength as a modifier. Yes.
Yeah, you can make an athletics check. Yeah.
Yeah, then I will jump it.
All right. So you hop across this one, no problem.
Ooh.
Yeah. Correct.
I hope I look real intimidating while I'm doing this.
I mean, you did all the things and you just leap across, no problem whatsoever. However, we are saying that is pretty much your movement. Let's see. Yep. So that's pretty much your movement. But you definitely zenith across that.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
No problem whatsoever.
After I just one shot at the other dude, they should be intimidated.
Oh, they're not trying to hang out. They're definitely in this sort of runaway.
Jesus.
Each of them fire their crossbow bolts. The first one manages to just kind of hit you a little bit. The second one a little bit harder, but they both are turning and running, and it looks like they're going down. They're running down this sort of side area here. So that's something for you to keep in mind when it's your turn again. Panabon.
Okay, I gotta dash before I get left behind. I may or may not also be shouting at Milfroon at this point too, just like in something of a bitter rage. Just like any god I can think of, I'm just basically I'm saying things that insult their mother. Because I'm just beyond enraged.
Who is the mother of Milfroon? Dad?
There is no mother of Milfroon.
And that's not the point of blind impotent rage either. It's just I'm just basically I feel like if I make a god mad enough, they'll stop the sand just to talk to me. And at this point, I just want to complain to the manager. I just want to complain to the manager.
Khan's having a Karen moment right now.
Yeah. Panabon is just not having it today at all in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
So
Aegis,
I'm gonna run.
On your turn.
And
before you run.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's coming.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Okay. You cough a little bit as the sand is now like roiled up around and whipping past you, but you manage not to like inhale a lungful of it. Make a dexterity saving throw. I don't necessarily agree that it should be dexterity, but
oh.
Okay. Yeah, so you're fine right now. Go ahead and do your action.
Well, now I'm worried because there's things added to this. Screw it. Because I'm not thinking. Well, I mean, I'm thinking, but not. Just kind of desperate. So 5, 10, 20, 5, 10, 15. Oh, I can only even get here with my full dash, I believe.
Are you trying to jump that?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to move across it?
Oh, I'm trying to jump because we're at full sprint trying to get out of the sand. So so I jump. Well, I guess I would start. It doesn't matter. Anyway, you let me know how far or whatever. When I run and I jump, have my shield in my hand, and I want to, as I'm jumping, I hold my shield long ways over my head like a hang glider with two things in mind. I know it's not going to work. I know that it's not going to work. But to attempt to sail over like a hang glider, but also maybe it would catch me if I fell down. I would be hanging by my shield at that point. So that's what's happening. I am fully aware that it's probably not going to work, but this is with the idea that we're running for our lives in mind and just doing whatever we can to get across this thing.
Right. One of my favorite sound effects in movies is the Wilhelm Scream. Right? Everybody knows the Wilhelm Scream. Ah! Right?
Yeah,
that one,
so.
Right? Something like that. It's when it's in almost any action movie or show. A close second for me in terms of like sounds that appear across a wide variety of shows is this one's more of a Looney Tunes sort of cartoonish one, but it's where the guy goes "Wah-hoo-hoo-hoo" as they fall. And that's,
and I've been reminded that I also have inspiration, so I will also.
You also have a nat 20 that you might want to use.
No, I'm just going to use inspiration.
You just need to make an athletics check,
which I'm proficient at, guys.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Teslin really wants you to succeed on this. So.
And
my God. I said use the nat 20.
With
this inspiration brought to you by Teslin.
Athletics again. What? Oh my God.
I did give you a suggestion.
Okay, so you jump. You clear the jump itself, but you do hit that the first slat a little hard, and it snaps under your foot, which causes you to pitch forward, and you sprawl, and you are landed here, but you're prone.
Okay.
That is
okay.
what has occurred. But you have added like 3 feet to Panabon's jump, if Panabon chooses to leap.
Shit.
Put him in there.
I can acrobat it though.
I mean, like, as much as I really want to like go back and help Aegis, I also really want to get out of this sandstorm. So,
yes. And speaking of sandstorm, make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do that. Oops, that's button. Yep.
Is it fully upon us?
Okay, you're okay. No. It's the very beginnings. And then make a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. The sand kind of like gets in your eyes a little bit, causing your vision to be blurry. And until you do something about that, you will have disadvantage on attack rolls. And any checks that really require your eyes. Rubbing your eyes is not necessarily the best idea. You could go for it, but
is that how it works with reptiles?
What?
I don't know.
In eyes, like does she need to do anything?
She's not a reptile.
I mean, I am reptilian. Yeah, I would say that. I would identify as reptilian. So.
That's like me identifying as a chimpanzee.
They don't have soft
Is it though? I have scales. I have scales.
I have hair. I'm a primate. What would you like to do?
I'm going to put my hood up, and I'm going to follow where these bandits are, because I'm still in attack mode.
Are you following their path of travel exactly?
Yeah. Because there's like, this juts out, right? So I need to like, I won't be able to make it in 30 feet, so I have to do another
That's not a wall that juts out. That is the edge of the path. Does that make sense?
Well, so they climbed over the thing?
No. Look.
No.
So from here to here, and even really from here to here, and then I'll draw one here so you can get an idea.
Huh?
All these arrows point down.
Huh?
So you can run around, but it's like I said, I just giving you the option of knowing that, like, if you run to here, you're above them,
Oh,
looking down.
it's even better.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to communicate.
Let's do that. Mm-hmm.
All right. So when you get here,
Mm-hmm.
which is not all of your movement, what are you doing?
I jump on him.
So you're going to leap.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And as your strength is super high, make an athletics check as you leap down on top of the guy in front, I imagine.
Yes.
Which you couldn't see.
Ooh.
Okay,
Well, I fall on him. Whatevs.
Yeah, that's okay. You fall on him. That's literally what that is. Make a dexterity.
Okay.
Saving throw.
Okay. Oh, come on, Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, I'm
Don't
sorry.
do
This
this
is
to
this is not a dexterity saving throw. It's a dexterity acrobatics check.
Oh, check. Got it. Dex. Check. Where are you? Sorry, guys. There we go. Found it. My Fantasy Grounds is kind of shorting out. You might need to roll it for me. It might have rolled.
I rolled 3.
There
Oh.
it goes.
4.
Well.
All right, so I'll take the
Please
first
take the
one that you
best
rolled,
one.
which was a 4. Yeah, so you just pitch down onto him. Make an attack roll. You can make an attack roll because you're actually attacking.
I would still like
Is this a grapple attack roll, like you're tackling, or is this you're coming down with your sword?
I mean, I didn't drop the sword, so it's got to be with the sword, because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Oh my god, I don't know what's happening.
I believe you're targeted on multiple characters is why. So not a problem. Bandit 5.
It hit though, which is great.
Targeted. Well, the first one missed. So yeah, you just kind of tumble on top of this guy and kind of do a combat roll. So you were here, you were prone. There you go. They will have to run past you, which is an attack of opportunity. Yeah. All right, let me untarget these guys then. In that case. Okay. Okay. This guy pulls out his scimitar and is going to try to attack you with it. Oh, you were prone. So he manages to get that hit. He whacks at you, and then as he's trying to run past, so you can go ahead and make your attack of opportunity.
I will do so. Am I targeted correctly?
Yes, now you are targeted correctly.
Okay. Ooh.
All right.
That's gonna be a no.
He runs into the cave.
Well, now I know where the cave is.
Yeah, it's definitely a cave. You're like, okay, we're here. There's a cave. This guy swinging also hits. That should have been with the scimitar, but and kind of gouges you pretty good as he also runs past. And then finally, Panabon. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I wondered if that was coming.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you take a lungful of sand basically as you breathe in, but not too bad. Just 1 point of damage here.
Great. That's
definitely
snickerdoodles is what that is.
Yep, definitely want to avoid that, and then you're going to run up and try to jump across this, or are you going to do the straddle thing where you're just kind of like slowly crossing the rope part?
Can I still see the bridge? Like, is it starting to get like real? Like,
You can see the bridge.
I can see the bridge. Okay, because my other thought was to make a shelter out of the dead bandit's body, try to ride it out.
That is a thing you could attempt to do.
Because I don't know how much, like, I can see how much of the bridge I have, right? Like, is that okay? I'm just gonna straddle the ropes. I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna
All
do
right.
that. I can do ropes. Ropes are good. Acrobatics.
No. Well, acrobatics if you're trying to just dash across, but if you're straddling the ropes, it just means straddling the ropes is the safe way. You will not fall.
Oh.
It just means your movement is slow.
Oh no, my acrobatics are better. I'll just do acrobatics. I'll
Okay.
just jump it. It'll be fine. Maybe.
Jumping is athletics. Acrobatics would mean like you're tightrope walking across the rope.
Okay, I'm gonna tightrope walk across then, because that's actually something.
Tumble.
I'm gonna tightrope it because there's ropes and they're tight. Maybe. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
That's not very good.
Can I use my nat 20? I'm gonna use.
You
my
can
nat
use
20.
your nat 20. Okay.
I
This
can't-
nat
I
20
can't
brought to you
handle
by Juarez 1.
Thank you, Jaras. One.
As you very nimbly jump and are like showing off as you do it, like rope to rope to rope, hop
Can
on
I land
Aegis's,
on Aegis?
hop
Can I
on
land
Aegis's head and do a
you
somersault
look
in the
very
air
pretty while doing it.
and land.
Thank
Yes,
you.
that's
It's
that
been
is
quite a day, so the little victories, you know.
you do all the tricks. All right. So what happens next? Inside the cavern, Shayloon hears someone walk up to the edge of this hole. She looks up, she sees a humanoid figure, and it tosses something down, which falls slowly. Doesn't like just it just kind of falls a little slow, but not so much like not like a feather or anything. And then looking down, she sees there's a sort of a cloth, and he looks down and in Ashani says, "You'll want to wrap that around your face," and then just walks away.
Okay. So I assume when I looked up, I gave away that I was not actually unconscious.
You may or may not have looked up, or he may or may
Okay.
not have known. He just threw that down and said, "You might want
Okay.
to wrap that around your face."
I see that it's the cloth, and I'm gonna like maybe he's trying to help me or something. Like give me a maybe something's written on it. I'm gonna look at that cloth.
It is a foot by foot strip of cloth, maybe a little more bigger than that, maybe 2 foot by 1 foot strip of cloth. And it's not the cleanest. It has a little bit of a musty smell. There's nothing on it
Lick
that
it.
indicates that it's got writing or any stitching on it.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Danny, can you make an insight check?
Sure.
Thank you, Kinder Mage, for my inspiration too, by the way. Thank you, Kinder Mage.
Ooh.
Whoever it was, they didn't sound like they're necessarily being super like nice about it. It was just kind of like, you probably want to put this on, and then threw it down. And as you think about that, you kind of like cock your head. You kind of hear what sounds like, if you've ever put a seashell, one of those big seashell conches to your ear, that sound, you can kind of hear that. It's just this general like just sound starting to fill the air around you.
Just to be cautious, I'm gonna like pick up the cloth and like from a distance give it like a little sniff and make sure like it isn't chemically at all, because like chloroform or something. I don't know.
Chloroform yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Like we need to knock her out again. I don't want to hit her in the head. Let's just make her sniff something. I don't know. We're chemists and bandits. So I'm gonna go ahead then and hold it up to my face. I'm not gonna like wrap it all the way around my head. I don't know if it's big enough to do that really. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah. So when you smell it, like I said, it smells musty. It just smells like it's been sitting like a cloth that's been like hanging out somewhere, like if you put a whole bunch of like blankets away for a season and then you pull one out, that kind of smell where it's just like, it's not like a dirty, nasty smell, but it is definitely like okay, I kind of want to flop this out in the sun and then maybe run it through the wash real quick, that kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I bunch it up and I'm gonna kind of scoot to the edge of the thing, the hole.
And looking through the light, you can tell like it's starting to get like the ambient light itself is a little more hazy than it was before. But other than that, hard to say what's going on. And then you hear from way kind of a distance, you hear a lot of yelling. You can't make out the words. And then suddenly there's excitement just kind of around the outside of the top of the hole where you're at. And we'll pick up next week where we'll discover what happens with Shaylun in the hole, Rosalia and Lox with the camels, and these yo-hos just outside this cave, I guess, with Perunia charging in.
I really hope I don't drown in the hole that is about to fill with sand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your life choices that got us here. Okay, Shaylin.
Fair. If it's Nipoe's will, I guess it's happening.
Guess so.
All right. So, Roland, earlier on in the program, you were throwing up fingers, right? What was your assessment of the situation?
The spell that was accidentally cast by Shaylun is Speak with Dead. 5 questions, and then it goes dead again. It's basically.
How did you figure this out?
Because I breathe and eat D&D.
So
I feel chipped.
So this is one of those instances where the campaign, the big clues to the campaign could have been discovered just here. You could have just beeline to the end, save the world, but didn't happen. I'm just kidding. That's not what would have happened. That would be so mean. But there definitely could have been some mysteries uncovered that would have just been interesting for everybody with that. But I didn't super expect anyone to catch on, really. It was one of those DM gotchas, right? Where like, there's a puzzle. How do you solve the puzzle? Right? And then at the end, you're just like, no one solved it because you don't have the insight that I do into it. But all right. Well, with that, everybody, that was a good session for me. I enjoyed it. I appreciate all of the players being here as usual. I appreciate everybody that tuned in to watch. Looking forward to having a full 6 again soon. And thank you, Tom, very much for all of your assistance, for bearing with me on getting the map flipped backwards, etc., so on and so forth.
Thanks, Tom.
Tom.
Join Tom tomorrow, where he gets to be the game master for his own show that he's the one in charge of, which is Paranormal Albany. That's Dresden Files. Tuesday for Shadowrun. There's an actual fight going to happen tomorrow, not between Scarlet and
Kasser.
and Kasser, but an actual fight where the player's
weekly.
characters get to fight against others. So tune in for that. That'll be fun. And then of course Shadowrun on Tuesday. So they're just starting to kind of get the ball rolling on that with season 6. Dungeons and Dragons on Thursday. Friday night hangout with us. Saturday for a descent into Avernus, and then we're back to Sunday. We'll be right here. It'll be the Sunday before I'm driving out, but I will still be here to run this session. So thank you very much for joining us.
Will you be here like clockwork? Is that what you're saying?
I will be here like clockwork.
Wow.
So
Wow. Yeah.
all right. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.